Looking at the world of exorcism, it is divided into 3 tiers. Tier 1, the enigmatic Constantine. Tier 2, the sacred 12 nuns, directly under the Virgin Mary. They can directly confront the 72 demon kings of Solomon. In the previous episode, there was only one reserved nun from the 12, but she managed to defeat the 7-foot evil spirit, Haganda. In the end, Haganda was forced to become an evil spirit knight. He encounters the third greatest figure in the exorcism world today. Having once fought a fierce battle against the 62nd demon king, Valak. But as they approach the funeral avenue, their car suddenly breaks down. At the same time, Rowan's spirit alert frequently. But for clairvoyant witch Rowan, this is nothing unusual. Then, thanks to Warren's quick reflexes and agility, this is the innate skill of the magic doll's soul capture. They take the doll back to a secure room overnight. And legend has it that gold can ward off the supernatural. Or the piano at Caesar Hotel. Now the doll also becomes their last line of defense. This person is the superior priest Alexander. He is a firm believer in the existence of the Bible. But fate is unpredictable. They gathered various young masters to participate in a heavenly hunt. Instead, Judy. He not only has a close connection to Jesus from birth. At this time, no one knows. Forcing the latter to detour. And today is his 8th birthday. Judy's kidnapper is this uninvited guest. As soon as he enters, he gives Judy a pair of roller skates. A month ago. Sure enough, he became an orphan. But after searching high and low, he can't find the key. Perhaps there's a reason for their fateful competition. Without a second thought, he takes out his father. Then, he begins to chant incantations. The spiritual rumors in the newspapers seem baseless. 11 fallen dolls. He ignores the large warning on the glass and decisively inserts the key. But the moment he gets hold of the doll, he acts guilty. It turns out the kitchen smoke alarm was going off, leading to a successful doll escape. Although the golden room remains sealed, he makes his exit with a flourish, bidding farewell to Catherine. He returns to the secure room and forgets to close the door behind him. The first to encounter the strange happenings is Catherine. This made him inexplicably uneasy. Then relaxed and opened the door. But Catherine had no idea that this girl was the essence of the doll. She tells Catherine that the night is coming. Although Catherine is left puzzled, he vaguely feels uneasy. At this point, he doesn't understand at all. Then the door slams shut. However, Judy doesn't react strongly to this. It's not until the door resounds with a thunderous crash. Just like the once real Valak. Just like Valak from the past in the real world. It seems that Zilio's strength should not be underestimated. He quickly reacted. He knew Jesus was not reliable. Perhaps because of this, Judy was unharmed. First come, first served. Fortunately, this time, there was nothing unusual. Had secretly admired Catherine for many years. But after his song, in an instant, it screamed for its life. Her heart was still pounding uncontrollably. While he was tidying up, looking at the mess on the floor, Catherine frowned. But as he started cleaning the living room, eerie sounds filled the air. It was clearly not a mouse. Could there be someone else in the house? Catherine grew anxious. Fortunately, it was all just paranoia. Catherine felt relieved. But helping Judy tuck in her blanket left Catherine speechless. She didn't realize anything was wrong. Meanwhile, on the other end, Billy was still searching for his father. Following the guidance, Billy found a silver pendant. Rumors said that by placing it on a loved one. And the moment he put on the bracelet, as the chair rocked, then the room closed off with no exit. Suddenly, a piano played in the corner. Could it really be him? So, the mysterious spirit granted his wish, and he found his father. Billy's soul had a grand dream. He was trapped in the golden room. He had never expected his father to hold such a grudge. This was the supernatural. It seemed that Billy was about to face something. He found several silver coins on the floor. Rumors spoke of ferryman coins in the underworld. And collecting to can assemble a pair of eyes. But two of them are someone else's eyes. But a mysterious force made it difficult for him to move. The ones acting were the ferrymen. However, Catherine's fate wasn't sealed. The first thing Catherine did after being saved was to rush to Judy. Half asleep, he was dragged inexplicably. It seemed to confirm his suspicion. Then, Judy was startled at first, then became furious. The original Annabelle had never experienced this anger. He and Judy made a decision. Suddenly, there was a loud noise. But the doorbell rang incessantly, followed by the curtains closing. But the response they received was... Then, inside the house, a frenzy of screams ensued. Even the ghost phone in the golden room was awakened. As shown in the Supernatural TV program. But fortunately, Judy's intrusion saved Byron's life. By this point, the golden room was completely wrecked. The three of them quickly retreated. Time was of the essence. At the scene, only Byron remained. The bride told him that this blade was for his father. Meanwhile, Judy found an inhaler in the car. A dark figure flashed briefly, accompanied by eerie howling. He noticed something climbing onto the car roof. It was unmistakably a werewolf. Screaming, he quickly tried to escape. 1 minute earlier, he had been trembling in the chicken coop. If it weren't for a rooster going out to search for food. But just as he escaped the chicken coop, he encountered the werewolf. Judy, on the other hand, took the opportunity to return to the room. And Judy had a helper, the spirit before them. So, Judy decided to confront the danger. That his spiritual sense indicated that the entity meant no harm. This was a guardian armor that, when worn, could avoid the supernatural. Where Volok had been hiding earlier. So the game continued. And the key was hidden inside. And she was getting very anxious. It seemed like it had to be Judy. This time, Judy used his prayer skill. Facing the group of ferrymen, Catherine took 3 steps back for every step forward. He could only move forward with determination. It was a coffin, and inside it was himself. Catherine didn't know. Staring at what was right in front of him. He was so numb that he felt no fear. But the sinister spirit, lesser. Upon hearing this, Judy grabbed the doll and ran. Clearly, he had been possessed. It seemed he was unharmed. was thanks to the ghost money Catherine had picked up earlier. And we can use it to increase the favor of spirits. Catherine was pinned to the ground, and Judy was about to capture the doll. As were enchanted, Billion stood still. But Billion resurfaced in the river, with several arms reaching out. Judy rushed to the basement. But the doll revealed its demonic form. At the same time. But she was constantly interrupted. And Judy used this opportunity to grab a weapon. Alexander had left it behind, back then. The two sisters quickly reunited. While she held up Jesus to defend herself. Not only could Catherine not close the cabinet door. At the same time, Billion was awakened by Warren. In an instant, Judy's enlightenment shone brightly. It became the final straw that broke Annabelle's back. They were startled by the rapid footsteps approaching. At this point, everything finally settled down. And nobody knew. Had escaped to Mexico. As for the white wedding gown, we'll discuss it in the next episode. He swore to improve his physical abilities. He eventually surpassed the 12 Holy Sisters. So, who is he, after all?